Good afternoon. This is Julie with J Auto Trading Strategies. It is Thursday, October 4th. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ market for the sell-off today and talk about it for just a second. But before we get into a chart diving, I wanted to just point out to you real quick that this isn't going to be going very far. We've got earnings coming out in 2 and 3 weeks from now, and they're expecting earnings to be up 18% in Q3 from the same period last year. This is from Zacks. And so also the GDP print for the Q3 is at 4.1% on the Atlantic Fed website. So it's going to be a blowout. We're going to exceed the highs again. So don't panic that you're seeing some weakness right now caused by the bonds selling off. And so it started on Wednesday. Why did the bonds sell off? Well, it started on Wednesday, and usually you need Germany and Japan in there buying your bonds. Germany was on vacation Wednesday. There was no institutional person in there to buy them, and Japan has been locked out of the market because they're too expensive for them now. They're priced out due to the changes in their hedging costs. So that's according to Janice. So and then Thursday, the direction had been set overnight, so they just went and continued. No one was buying our bonds, and we didn't get the pension funds, and they're buying them. So that caused the yields to rise, and then the stocks and just came down as a result of that. That's just pure economics. I was going to say physics, but just 101. And let's look at our daily real quick. Here we go. First, I want to put it on the NQ or the ES because everybody's looking at this wedge saying, oh, the wedge broke, the wedge broke. Well, it's not going to go far. I mean, if it gets down to 28.50, by the time the earnings come out, this top is going to get taken out again, in my opinion. We are clearly in an uptrend. Now, I don't like the fact that it might be leaving the cloud, but we have not closed below the cloud. We came back up, in fact, to our second cloud. It's inside the second band also. So we did get a nice bounce at the end of the day. Same thing for the NASDAQ. Um, got a nice bounce back, came back 20, 25 points. I would have liked to have seen it bounce a little bit more, but we have some, levels to get through. It might get down to 7,400 by the time the earnings come out. If not 7,200, that'd be cutting it a little bit close for my liking. But I knew this morning coming into the room that we had this divergence, and I pointed it out first thing for my traders. We had the daily divergence with a momentum inflection to the downside. So I was expecting a down day. I just didn't think it was going to get, in fact, I called 7,500 before the market opened, but just want you to know. I was off by about 30 points. It really picked up speed at the end of the day on that down move before it bounced. But what a nice template here. I mean, I'm trying not to brag, but I mean, I could not make a template any better, people. This is this is so awesome. So I'm loving my templates, and that's a 3-minute, 15-minute. Came in at first, didn't get that first signal. I was kind of getting worried. I'm like, what's going on with my template? But it did kick in, and there again, the template came off. But the 3-minute is the one that's just a piece of art. I mean, that's just beautiful. Okay, so let's look at it on the tick chart so you can see your tick by tick way to trade this. So we came in at 8:30, and I want to point out that I drew this line on the chart this morning, and I said there is your weekly close from last week. And I thought that we were going to get up there to that prior day low, but it rolled over. That was the trade. I mean, right off an opening drive. That is what an opening drive looks like. It never even comes back to take that tick. So you got your open, and it just took off like a rocket. So followed the trend down, and then it went to consolidation. So you got your nice white showing that bumpy consolidation. Then you got your super trend back. And so if you wanted to take that early trade, you got it right there to come back short. Let me put these on inflection short so you can stay out of the consolidation. Then you're right back in it on the inflection short. Or if you just want to take all reversals short, which, on a day like today, why not, right? Um, you're right back in the thick of things. So plenty of signals to make you happy. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Here was that little reversal. In fact, I would not trade in a white cloud on an upward band. I'd be waiting for it to hit that top band, but it didn't do it. The sellers were hitting it really hot and heavy, I got to tell you. But then they came in here and it just sort of flattened out again going into lunch. And there's that consolidation. Just sit on your hands, wait for it to resolve. And sure enough, you got your trend continuation. You didn't have to wait long. In fact, you didn't even have to wait through lunch. It took off again, and there's your signals. I mean, it offered so many trades today. Um, so just take your time, set up, your Blackbird or Raven or your ATM and NinjaTrader, and just start taking them. And then again, it finally bounced at the end of the day. You can tell that it was trying to flatten out at lunch. From lunch on, it was really trying. From 1 o'clock, I would say 1 o'clock on, it was really trying to, buyers were stepping in. But they finally did get it about 123 and sent it up. So, but a really, really nice trade day today. Very happy with the templates. They're working out great. We have got a non-farm payroll tomorrow morning that we'll be trading, expecting some really good jobs numbers coming out again tomorrow. And like I said, this is Zach's people. They're one of the best. They know exactly what to look for this season. So it's going to be a blowout. I would not, think that this is the end of anything. I think that we can expect some great trading going into earnings, some nice ups and downs. There's volatility is going to be back, and especially with the non-farm tomorrow. So just enjoy this season between now and Christmas because it's going to provide some great, great trading. As far as my calendar is concerned, don't forget that I've got that webinar on October 17th. I will have a trade room open house on the 18th, 19th. So keep your eye out for that. If you would like to get in and register for that, send me an email. I'll sign you up on the registration list, and we will let you come in and see the templates or um, sign up for a week in the trade room at any time. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great afternoon. It's great trading out there.